Welcome to Pull a Pin Ready War Room Edition. Back again as your host, Jim here. You can say it.
And your co-host Nate. Usually you're like and beside me, but we never get that shit right in the first try.
No,
We had,
I'm
we had
not
that
even worried.
outro. Is it called an outro?
Outro, but that's
We had,
pre-recorded.
no. When we say our thing at the end, we have that down pat, but we don't have
Oh,
the
that's
intro down
easy
pat.
though. Well, not necessarily, dude. Sometimes, little what do they call that, behind the scenes stuff here. Sometimes I'm like barely making the outro click button by the time I get that statement out, and I'm like, drag it out, Nick, drag it out, Nate, drag it out, Nate,
Oh
so I can
yeah, I'm not
find the
talking about
outro for you.
that. I'm just talking about our sayings at the end. We have those down.
Well, that's easy. All I gotta do is say Godspeed.
And well, in the beginning we can say the same thing, but we still haven't figured that out, and I don't know how many times we tried.
That's too many words. Too many words. Put it in the op order. Maybe we'll get it.
No, I ain't doing that. I'm out.
Well, anyways, welcome to you guys that joining us here. If you're new here, this is a War Room episode where we pull the headlines out of the media sources and we talk about them from a veteran's perspective, whether we have read the articles or not. Chances are Nate's probably read them all because he has the best facts on this show whatsoever. And yeah. So there it is.
Fact check this.
Oh, I don't even know why this is in here because I can't pronounce that word. A new polytherapeutic app shows significant improvement in treating tinnitus. This one came from John.
Came from John.
Maybe he's got tinnitus. Maybe that's why he's not coming on. He's got a ring in his ear. He can't do this.
Oh, Johnny, the one our commenter. This one came from him.
No, not the Johnny, our longest fan. Johnny, the veteran that won't
comment.
Yeah,
the one that commented. Yeah. This one came from him.
Unless they're the same person. Yeah. Like I said, I'm only assuming they're not.
He's trying to tongue tie you.
I know, right?
Like an app, like from the Apple Store, from
an app. Store? Yes. I did try to read into this, but let me tell you, just as confusing as the headline is, the article's like just as confusing. But it's like some app that plays background or something and distinguishes the background noise, which gets rid of the humming. I don't know what it is, dude.
Isn't that tinnitus? Isn't that what the 3M earplugs called? Are we doing a plug for these lawyers that are suing the 3M for the?
I thought they already settled that suit.
Oh,
you didn't settle that.
You didn't
I didn't get my 8 cents. Oh, 80 cents? Oh, I thought it was 8 cents. My bad.
I might have went down since then. You're probably right.
Because there's only a couple of us.
The lawyer got 80 million, but you
right.
You, the one that struggles to it, only got 8 cents.
Isn't it crazy? Like, isn't that crazy? Did I ever tell you about my lawsuit?
I don't want to.
I'm not going to get too much in it.
About your ED.
No,
that's okay.
No, I'm not going to get into my too much of the details. But the point is there was a bunch of us. I think they call it a mass action lawsuit instead of a class action. It's just a bunch of defendants, or would they be? No, we're not defendants. What's the word I'm looking for?
That's why you get paid. You don't even know.
Oh my goodness! Exactly. A bunch of complainants that took the case against one agency, and our settlements could have been easily handled by this agency, but they were fighting it on principle, right? And then, in the end, the lawyer fees were ridiculous. And the lawyers are like, hey, you won, but now we're waiting for the appeal. Now we're this and that. And I'm thinking, why would this company want to pay us out when they got to pay you more than they're paying all of us? You know what I mean? Like, they just ruined our chances of getting a payout.
No, they made their point. I'm not paying you. I'll pay your lawyer, but it sucks to be you.
But that's my point. Just like you said.
Thanks for suing us. You're getting nothing.
We get a small portion of maybe what we're owed, whatever, maybe not. I don't know, whatever. But they get this huge chunk of money because they spend a bunch of time doing what lawyers do. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, and like I said, I'm not trying to bash lawyers. I'm not a fan of them.
But anyway, that's absolutely working. That's awesome.
They need an app to stay on topic.
I'm gonna wear shot collars. I'm gonna shock you from here when you get off topic.
Nice. All right, good job.
That's pretty good. I'm actually want to look up that app now and see what it. I mean, I don't have tinnitus that I know.
Well, what's a polytherapeutic? What does that even mean?
It's like therapeuticness. I mean, you know what therapeutic is.
I know what a therapeutic is. Obviously, they use them to treat COVID and things like that too.
Do you know what polypros are? Like the cold weather gear you wore in the army.
Or the polyprophylactic? What?
Oh, polytherapy. I thought it said polypropeutic. My bad.
It's a condom you wear that connects to an app. Could you imagine it? That's next, dude. I know it is.
You remember a couple episodes ago we were talking about money being lost and just out there?
Oh,
Well,
look at this. EPA to spend 13 billion on whatever environmental justice is. Like, but these buzzwords, dude, they have to be working.
yeah,
There
they are.
has to be people that are just like, oh yeah, we need
great.
environmental justice.
They're supporting my cause for environmental justice. What
You know,
environment? What did the environment do? What are you doing? Are you going to put it in jail? I mean,
you know what's sad, dude? I go to my town meetings, you know what I mean? And I was at one last night actually, and they talked about the homeless shelters. They want to bring in these warming shelters or something because they don't want homeless people out in the cold. And homeless is increasing because of this economy that our administration brought us right now, and because they're losing all money and spending it on ridiculous stuff. But it made me really mad because they're spending 13 billion on environmental justice, and we still have homeless people in the street freezing.
Yep. They don't
Like,
care
are you
about they
kidding
do
me?
not care about the Americans. The government does not care. I don't care what left or right. They do not care about the Americans because 4 years ago, how much money were they spending on? Not even 4 years. The 4 years before this guy's in office, how much money were they spending on helping the homeless? Probably the same amount this administration is. Probably zero.
Right.
So, but yeah, but you're right. We spend all this money on stupid stuff, on all these earmark projects, or these special projects for these special people in office for their own personal gain, and they don't care. They don't care about
And
that.
then they appeal to you like, oh my God, don't vote for him because he don't care about people.
Yeah.
What? Like you do? I mean, haven't the Democrats been talking about this now? I think the big thing now is like, why do you keep voting for these people when they keep promising the same stuff and not bringing anything? Like, I mean, but people do it. Like, I don't understand. I just don't get it, man. I obviously I'm the one who don't get it.
Well, Jim, if you send out mean tweets, it hurts people's feelings for a very long time. Like
Yeah. And here's one that's Elon Musk to publish files exposing Twitter's free speech suppression. Now, you remember
before
last episode?
Yeah, I was gonna say before or after he gets pulled from the Apple app.
do you remember? Yeah, when we talked about that, I don't know what episode that was, but it was last one or one before, whatever. But that's what they're saying this is all about. That whole app thing is about, because he's about to expose something really big that is going to make them all look bad. So they're trying to get rid of him before he can do that.
Wonder if he has Epstein's client list.
Yeah, right. Maybe he does. Did you see the video where he went into the closet and he saw that those shirts said "Stay woke"? They had a whole closet full of shirts with, pound sign, whatever that thing they call it is, and says "Stay woke."
Pound sign. That's what I still call it too, though.
Hashtag, right? Hashtag. They call it, right?
Yeah. I call it the pound sign too, though.
That's what it used to be, right?
What in Twitter headquarters?
Yeah, he said he found it in one of the buildings. They found a whole closet full of hashtag "Stay woke" shirts.
What they do?
I saw the video. I don't know.
Oh.
Who knows? Who even knows if this stuff's real anymore? I can tell you, I can't tell the Babylon Bee from any news agency nowadays anyway.
I think this is Babylon Bee.
I don't even want to talk about this, but Adam Schiff for brains. January Sex Committee will scrub some evidence before final report. So January Sex will scrub their evidence. It sounds exactly like a porno, like it should be. There was nothing entertaining about that thing. If people had taken off their clothes and had some sex, people might watch it. I don't know. But that whole thing is. But what are they scrubbing? The stuff that doesn't. The stuff that doesn't fit.
Yeah, whatever doesn't fit their narrative. Yeah, they're gonna remove that little bit of part out of there, so it sounds better.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still, it's still they didn't include the stuff they didn't want to look bad, like the guy Ray Epps, whatever. They didn't even include him in the thing. They didn't include the guy who left the bombs apparently in front of the buildings that they couldn't find. They couldn't find these bombs. They found Granny through a GPS app, who lived in Michigan or Washington State, but they couldn't find this guy who apparently left bombs on the Capitol or whatever, the DNC or whatever.
You mean was paid to leave bombs?
Right. They probably found the check they wrote him, but they just don't know who he was. It's just, it's crazy. Like, so they didn't bring any evidence. What are they scrubbing? And why would you even say that?
Well,
You know,
I don't know if this is probably a right-leaning headline because the left's not going to tell you we're scrubbing evidence before we publish it.
right. And I guess the thing is, like I said, they already suppressed the evidence. So what would they scrub?
Yeah, and if you do a FOIA request, how much information are you really getting?
Right. I mean, and dude, that's the thing. They act like it'd all be redacted. It'd be one like black page.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. But, it's better than doing this.
JetBlue will hire felons to fly planes, but not the unvaxxed.
What if the felons are unvaxxed?
But
anyway, I don't care.
Maybe that takes precedence.
I don't care about that. I guess I'm going to fly JetBlue, so I don't get delayed anymore. They have pilots, damn it.
Maybe that's why they're hiring them.
Yeah, I wonder how many felons are actually pilots. That's kind of scary too. Like what?
Well, I know you don't like my stories. I know you don't like too much of my stories, but I did work for TSA, right? I did work for TSA when they formed. Remember when they formed up?
Yeah.
And they made it mandatory to hire locally? Did I ever tell you that story? How I was on the second phase of hiring because they filled their entire quota and then realized they hired 40% felons. So they had to wash them all out and bring in a whole new phase of hiring.
Yeah, but that's security. We don't want felons on security. We want them in the cockpit.
Oh, right. Well, you can steal more in the luggage department than you can in the cockpit.
Exactly.
It says felons, you know what I mean? Not
except
terrorists.
Well, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I believe everybody deserves a second. Depends what they're felons for. Everybody deserves a second chance depending on what they did. But if these guys are felons for nonviolent drug charges, who cares? How many pilots are up there snort off the dash before let's go, wheels up?
Right. I mean, let's be real. Might as well hire the terrorists, right? They did a good job, right?
They don't know how to land. No, they don't know how to land.
They landed perfectly where they were trying to land.
I don't think they landed. They got to where they wanted to go.
The plane stopped. The plane stopped. Believe me, it did. And that's unfortunate too, because I don't know that whole conspiracy thing. I don't want to get into that. Everybody's gonna think I'm a conspiracy theorist. Is there something wrong with my lighting? Did my lighting just go crazy or something?
You're a conspiracy theorist.
The government heard me and then they just dimmed my lighting or something. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the government right now. We're on our way. Either way, man. So yeah, that was no sports in that, huh? Sorry, dude. I forgot about your sports headline. Anything you want to add in about sports?
No, I'm good.
Soccer sucks.
Oh, bet you the Devils will lose again.
Well, they're bound to. Nobody can be perfect, right?
I know, and that's why last time I talked, they had like a 14-game winning streak. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna lose. They have to lose one somewhere now and there, right? It's not like I knew.
Of course, yeah. And that's good. It keeps them humble, right?
Right.
Because even some of the teams that are doing really good in football, we had these conversations. Like, was it the Giants? I think that beat the Patriots in their perfect season. They had a perfect season, and in the Super Bowl, the Giants beat them. Yeah.
Well, that's not a way to get humbled. It's the last game of the season. That's in the Super Bowl. Is not a way to get humbled. Like but in the middle, during the season, okay, get humbled. We lost one. All right, we can't win them all. But don't.
That's not the time to be humbled, right? But they're a bunch of cheaters anyway, so I don't care about the Patriots. Anyways, we'll go ahead and end it on that because I don't want to get into a long football conversation because I don't know nothing about it. I quit watching football when they got woke. Anyways, that is all the time we have for this episode. Thank you, Nate, for showing up. Thank you all out there for tuning in. Thank you, Johnny, for your support, and Johnny, too, for your support. God, I got to do something better with this Johnny thing. But until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.